Hey everyone, this is Unlock24, and before we go any further, I want to remind you to keep your phone vertical and click that full screen icon on the bottom right. Now, for those of you that are asking about the event, I actually haven't even played it. I haven't had time to do anything with it, so I still gotta get caught up with that. We'll most likely do some farming on Saturday, but for now, I really even haven't touched the event, so I don't have. I don't think I have any. Well, I can't see the rewards or the higher end rewards, but I did get most of them from the last event. And today, what I'm gonna show you is a subscriber requested deck, and he requested for a he or she. I don't know if it's a male or a female, for a Dark General free deck. And I did try a ton of versions of it, and I just can't. I can't get it to work in a competitive setting. So all I can say is that the deck is good in, or it's decent in casual, and I think I found that this is the the better version of it. And I'm running one Vampire Lord, 3 Dark General Freed, 3 Skull Conductors, 2 Goblin Zombies, 3 Bubonic Vermin, 2 Double Summons, 3 Enemy Controllers, and 3 Card of the Soul. So basically, the deck, it would be great if it was like maybe a couple months ago, but now it's not that great because the Dark General Freed can't stop the what is it, that Head Rush Headlong or whatever the new card is that everybody's running. So it doesn't really do anything against it. And if your opponent is playing Phoenix, he summons a monster that's over 23 hits, a 24 monster. And, Dark General Freed can't compete with it. You do have to use the enemy controller in order for you to even try to get over it. But most of the time, if you're playing an uphill battle, you're never gonna win. The deck also suffers from it being kind of slow. And the way I tried to fix it was with Goblin Zombies. And I figured that if I tribute a Goblin Zombie, I can go ahead and get another card off of it, so I don't kind of use up too many resources. Because Freed also requires a lot of resources for him to be on the field. He has to be tributed, and the decks out there, the high meta decks, they're extremely fast and they don't even tribute or anything, like Red Eyes or Naturias or something like that. So the deck, it has a tough time to be competitive. So like I said, the way I try to fix it: put the Goblin Zombies, try to get the Skull Conductors, get a free +1. And then special summon the Skull Conductors and try to create an OTK out of it. And then the Vampire Lord is there just because we have the Skull Conductors, and it can be a free summon every now and then. And then after we get freed, we can use Bubonic Vermin, and we can tribute it or we can tribute the Vermin for a Vampire Lord if we already have freed out on the field. The deck is, like I said, if it was a couple of months ago, it would be great. Right now, not so much. And let me show you some of the replays. I only recorded, I think it was like 3 or 4. But it does have like the way I built it. It has a little, it has like a little side thing to where it can OTK the opponent with the Skull Conductor. And all these replays are in casuals because I didn't even try to get into a ranked game because I know I would just get destroyed if I played against a Naturia or anything like meta. So I had several thoughts on the deck, and one of them was that maybe you could use Soul Exchange, and that's still wasting a lot of resources because you're using the Soul Exchange and Free to get rid of one of their cards. And if you have Soul Exchanges, just go ahead and play Gravekeepers or maybe a Monarch deck. I don't think that Free would be the best thing to play right now. And here's just a quick little TK with the Skull Conductor. And I think if you have Card of the Souls, you'll most likely have like a Phoenix, so you're better off playing a Phoenix deck instead of Freed, because you can just play a Phoenix deck with just 2 Phoenixes. and it should still work extremely well. And here I should have kept that hand. I don't know why I restarted, but I get a decent hand anyways, so it's alright, I guess. So here I can conductor, enemy controller, tribute, the control of his monster, tribute his monster for a freed, and then he can't activate enemy control or anything else like that because of freed. So he does have a multi-destruction. A super rush headlong is the card that does it. That freed can't stop, and that card is being played everywhere. So there's really not much you can do against it. And here's one of the things that I'm talking about with the Goblin Zombie. It does take some. You do have a tribute monster, but you can activate Goblin Zombie's effect and get a +1. And even though he Divine Wrathed, I still get a +1 because he had to ditch a card. And here's left top decking, and he just gave up. I don't know why he Divine Wrathed. He should have just kept that card. Right, and here I did go ahead and restart because I literally had like 3 freeds with the card of the souls, and I did go into a way more decent hand. So I activate Skull Conductor for the vampire, and I set the vermin, so I can go ahead and tribute it for a Dark General freed. And he does have apples, which is kind of unfortunate for me, but I still can play around it because I have freed. Alright, Vermin for another Vermin, and then tribute the... I think I tribute the defense position one. Well, not the attack position one. Attack over and then attack for 2000. And then I select traps because I know he's playing apples and enchanted javelins. So I do want to get rid of those. So Carlos up for another freed. And playing the deck, there were several games that I won that I couldn't record because the opponent rage quit. Or I don't know if it was the opponent or if it was a glitch or what it was, but as soon as I was going to attack for game, I said it lost connection. And it happened several times. And the one thing that that kind of was that I figured out is that the freed effects don't stack. Because I did have 2 freeds at one time, and I tried to activate the effect, and I was only able to get 1 dark monster. So if you have 2 out, they don't stack.
Duel.
Alright, set Vermin and set an enemy controller, 2 enemy controllers. I did get drawn to a freed, which was good because I contribute a monster. And I'll go ahead and do that, and he 2-pronged attacked me. I was like, why is he 2-pronged attacking me? And then I realized he was playing Baboon. So he goes ahead and Baboons, and since I do have a double summon, I can just go ahead and the enemy controller and attack for game. Alright, so that's it for the replay. So let me show you the deck once again. Like I said, if you have soul exchanges, play something else. There's also a version that I was thinking about with a cost down, but it's still 2 cards for a freed, and I decided not to go with that. I think the deck it's alright for casual, not that great. Freed, it could get better in the future. I don't know, or maybe it'll just keep getting worse. If you have the card of the souls, play a Phoenix deck. Don't even I don't think. Or I would even suggest for you to try to play this deck. Even if you don't have the cards, don't get the cards to try to make this deck. It's honestly not worth it. You use up too many resources, and just it doesn't do much. And the highest monster is 23, which right now Phoenix being out, you really can't do anything. It would be another story if Dark General Freed could actually stop the what is it? I keep forgetting the name of the card. The what is it? Headlong Rush or something. I always forget it for some reason. But it would be better if he could stop that. But unfortunately, he can't since it's before, or it doesn't even target Dark General Free. It targets the opponent's monster. But anyway, that's my opinion on it. If you have any suggestions for future videos, go ahead and leave them down in the comment section below. Because honestly, I don't have anything planned yet, and I haven't really had time to just stop and play Duel Links. Like you saw, I've only been able to do some auto duels to try to get keys for the Paradox Brothers. So. Unfortunately, I don't have that much time to play the game. I wish that I did, and then I would just have some ridiculous decks for you guys. But anyways, if you have, like I said, if you have any ideas, leave them down in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to try to maybe do something around it if I have the cards, and if I don't, well, there's really nothing I can do if I don't have the cards. But that's going to be it for today. If you like this video, go ahead and leave a like. If you dislike, leave a dislike. And if you are enjoying my content, I would truly appreciate if you go ahead and subscribe. And I'll go ahead and leave you guys with that.